Hello, this is High Priestess Key 333 coming to do an Egyptian energy read for my fire signs. Fire signs, of course, fire element is what I'm referring to, right? Because you guys know I do elements readings over here. But today we're going to do some in reference of the Egyptian decks that I have. I'm using nothing but Egyptian decks because we're going to ask the Egyptian primordial gods and goddesses to tap into the energy of them and see what they can tell us in reference of what you need to know right now around my fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is your message. This is a quick message in reference of the fire element. If you resonate with fire, you may also not even be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, so maybe you have it somewhere in your chart. But let's see what the primordial gods want and the goddesses want to tell you in reference of the energy that is going on for you right now for my fire. What is the message, ancestors? First card to turn. Okay, you got Shinyor, okay, from the pet energy. Let's see what else you get. All right, what's the messages for fire element right now? What is the energy around the fire element, please? Thank you, ancestors. Okay, you got the Neff family, Serquet. All right, I'm already seeing some things in reference of your future fire. All right, and then you have the which is the Kamatef. All right. So looking at your cards here, right? And I'm using the Book of the Doors, which is the divination cards. I'm gonna show you the first card that you got, fire. This is the pet, okay? Pet is in reference of the family of heavens, which is normally water element, okay? So some of my fire signs may be feeling the water element, may be feeling a little emotional, okay? This card is about the circuit of the cosmos, the circuit of the heavens, okay? So this card also represents chaos, represents disorder and disillusion. So this may be in reference of establishment of order, like you need to get something in order, fire, okay? Harmony is restored, okay, for you right now. And it's in reference of something around your home life, something around your living conditions, okay, because this is Mercury energy also coming off of this card. Mercury could be, you could have something restored or something put back into place around your home. There's some type of chaos that may have been going on or happening, and the ancestors is saying things are coming back around for you. That's why you see it looks like a wheel, a circle. The ancestors is saying that this is all about integration and wholeness, okay? This message is about, the cyclic ordering of time, okay? So the directions in space pretty much was defined by the positions of the circumpolar stars, and the symmetry of this image emphasizes the natural laws of governing of Earth's evolution in the mirrors that celestials counterparts. For the Egyptian, the order was essential because order was the foundation and the measure of all created things, and Mayat was the basics of this order. So this is definitely about things coming into order for you, okay? Harmony being restored after having to go through some things, fire, okay? That's what the element of that is, and that's Mercury. So like I said, Mercury, and this could be around, a father figure. Maybe you had some issues around some type of situation with the father or a husband or a boyfriend or someone that represents a father in your life, even your relationship with some of you with your fathers or your children, father. But this is showing this is some element of some things coming back around, harmony being restored, or just the integration of becoming whole again, all right? The next card you had was the Neff, okay? The Neff, all right? And with the Neff, okay, let me get to it in the book, family, all right? Because I'm reading out the book, because these I can't never remember all of them. I can't, it's too many. Okay, so Neff is air, okay? The family of wind, okay? And you have the 6, which is Serquet. Serquet is she who liberates the breath, okay? This is definitely about the danger of the misuse of sexual energies or conscious choice in their direction. So this is also about your magical protection and protection of marriage. So this card definitely goes about letting you know, don't be careful in reference of your sexual desires and things of that sort. Okay, be very careful of that. This card represents and if you look on here, right, what it's saying in the book is that Serquet is often referred to as Aset, okay? So this also could be another representative of a goddess of sexuality, whose energy can be channeled either positively or negatively. So when used for destructive and manipulative purposes, these energies work to ensnare one more deeply into the world of appearances and become poisonous like the scorpion's venom, okay? So this is definitely saying that, you know, right now you want to wear amulets of protection. You want to be careful because also Scorpio energy is here in reference of maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio, or maybe you're dealing in reference of a Scorpion energy is here. Okay, so Scorpio is coming through. But because Serquet, which is this goddess here, is the goddess of Scorpion, the Scorpion goddess. Okay. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or have dealt with a Scorpio, but be very careful because it is showing that there could be, you know, something going on there. Serquet is contraction, preventing the free flow of life force symbolized by the ankh she holds in her left hand. Okay, so you see the picture here in reference of Serquet. Another thing that I'm feeling off of Serquet, Ancestor says some of you need to get back to studying. I'm seeing it look like books here. When you're dealing with that Scorpion energy, that's about change as well. So you're going through some major changes, and they're very emotional changes as well, because Scorpios are water energy, okay? But Scorpios are also known to sting. So the ancestors want you to be very privy in reference of the things that are changing, especially for the future, in reference of what's happening in your life, okay? This gives definitely energy of things that may not be shown to you, or some things that may be concealed and hidden at this time, even your emotions. Ancestors said work on your goals and your the things that you want to have happen. Ancestors also want you to continue to have passion when it comes to the things that you desire. And the ancestors want you to know, because I see the feet on top of the Scorpion. So the ancestors want you to know that you have the ability to control the changes that you're going through at this time, okay? Whether it doesn't feel great right now in reference of what your emotions are, because the 6 that's here is also Mars energy, okay? And Mars energy may be some aggressive things that may be happening right now in your life, and it could be affecting some type of change in your life. It could feel like there's some things that, you know, are deceiving, or some type of deception that underlies there. But this also goes back to that Scorpio energy, and Scorpio is connected to the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. That means you can shift things for the better for yourself right now, because remember that universal law is definitely a law in reference of alchemism, right? So this is all about you shifting and changing things for yourself, because once again, she has the key of life in her hand, right? So the ancestors want you to understand that the things that may be, you know, uncomfortable right now to you, or very aggressive, or maybe even having to deal with major change and it being very emotional, it's okay. Things are going to, or things that you can shift is what you need to be focusing on right now in reference of that energy there, because there is some moon energy here. So I'm not gonna lie, there is some energy here that gives off, because this is the bull of his mother, okay? This is okay, the family of the moon, okay? So this is moon energy, okay? So the ancestors is definitely saying this is the card about something has fulfilled its time and it's no longer necessary. So it's probably time, if this relates to you, or it resonates in reference of a relationship, a job, or you know, whatever it may be, something has to go, okay? The return of something thought gone, okay? It could be also some cycles that you're in. It's kind of like the snakes that you see coming out of here. That's also in relevance of wisdom, but also destruction. So you see the circles and going down into that black hole. The ancestors want you to know, and this is the number 8, which is Leo energy, okay? So Leos, I may be speaking to you when I am advising you in reference of what the ancestors is saying. It may be time for something to go. It may be time to let go, okay? The ancestors is saying this is about immortality, okay? Something that lives on. This actually is the card of Kemotif, And Kamatif is the word in Egyptian that means fulfilled his time. He ceased to exist. So Kamatif is talking about something that has already fulfilled its time. It's no longer necessary. It's the continuality of life, but it's a renewal of energy as well. So it's kind of like, you know, whatever you went through with this whole Mars situation has fulfilled its time. It's now time for you to take the key of life. It's now time for you to move into something that is going to fulfill you. Okay, the mystery of that conception and rebirth is the fertility of being renewed. Okay, maybe needing some type of renewal in your life. Kemtif is personified as the power of renewal. Okay, so this is perpetual process of birth and rebirth, and some of you need to understand that some things have fulfilled its time. Okay, without you understanding that and really realizing that, you could stagnate your progress in some way. Okay, shape, form, or fashion. Not sure exactly what it is that you need to let go of or what you need to realize, but this is what the ancient ancestors is sending to you in reference of me being a messenger through the Egyptian reads. Okay, let's pull your last outcome message from this Egyptian reading and Egyptian energy. Fire. Outcome message for fire. Outcome message for fire element ancestors. What else? That's the last thank you. Yeah, destruction of enemies. Okay, so right in love and romance on the bottom. That could be what ancestors is telling you with that Kamatif. Because you have the card that come out and it's the number 26 and you got 26 in here. You also have 22 about love and romance on the bottom of the deck. But let me show you how this is coming out to tell you about your future events and things that you need to change in your life. But you also, this is the execution realm, right? So you need to execute some things and make some things happen right now in your life. And the ancestors has already told you it's time to release, especially with that 8 that's here. That is connected to Leo's energy. So it's time for you to execute some things. And also ancestors is saying you're going to destroy those enemies and those things that come up against you. It's destruction of enemies that are here for the future. Anybody who's trying to come up against you, air signs, I'm sorry, maybe it is air that you have in your chart, but I was saying fire signs is showing that you may be trying to destroy some enemies or destruction of enemies right now, or you need to let that go. Okay, because the ancestors is saying the last outcome message for you, destruction of enemies. Most people in the modern era don't have a pressing need to behead their enemies the way Seti I did. Look at the enemy's head on the platter. But this card deals with more than just enemies who are attempting to take your throne. It includes anyone who is attempting to destroy your serenity, your peace, and your joy. You can surely think of at least 1 or 2 people whom you want to leave you alone, or with whom you have been in conflict with. This card also can refer to spiritual enemies. The Decan focus is really on overthrowing spiritual forces. So if you are up against a spiritual adversity, then Ketu Heru is indicating that you will emerge victorious. If this card is found in conjunction with other cards that involve conflict, it is sure sign of success in that dispute. But it came out with love and romance. So it's kind of like you may be in some type of situation around a lover or some type of romantic situation that's coming to an end, and it could be even in the future. Now, as I've shown here, I have that Pisces energy, Scorpio energy, and Leo energy that's here in the spread. And underneath of both of those cards, it was protection, okay? Protection from dangers, from all dangers. So you're definitely protected by the ancestors. Be careful of trickery and manipulation on that Uranus realm, okay, in reference of love and romance, and definitely in reference of some type of future situation where you have to destroy the enemies. All right, so fire signs, this is your message. Hopefully this rang true for you and this resonated and gave you some type of messages, clarification, motivation, and some type of inspiration. I will see you soon, all right, on High Priestess Key 333. Peace, fire.